Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the Gas Mask Guys, and today I'm going to be talking about the idea of the S6 being used as a modern gas mask. As many know, the S6 is still being used, except for it is called a different name, and it is used by the Turkish military. Now, let's get into some of the features. So, some of the best features about this mask that when it came into service was 1, it had better peripheral vision, 2, it had a better exhale valve system. Let me get some good focus. 3, added the integration of the 40mm system that NATO used, so it could be interchangeable with many other masks, including Soviet filters as well, even though they're slightly off. In addition to this, you had the seal system, the special seal system on the inside. You can just see the tube. The light's not very good here. I'm just making do what I have. Has an inner tube that you can fill up for extra seal. It's got canvas back straps, which are very useful. And it's a very comfortable mask. So, is it good for modern use? And I would argue yes. In many ways, it is. But only if you can get this as a brand new gas mask. Do not use it as a used mask. Because these masks were made in the 70s and 60s, and at the very latest, the 80s. It is limited by age and degradation. So, for example, the rubber on this mask is starting to degrade. There are cracks forming in the rubber, especially in the tubing system here, so it no longer provides seal for the wear. So that's something you need to keep in mind. But if it was a brand new mask, I would argue so. Yes, it can be used as a proper military gas mask. However, there are a modern military gas mask, but there are some disadvantages to this mask that I will bring up now. One is a lack of a microphone system. Mind you, though, the British did overcome this in the 80s when they were trying to replace these masks with the S10, and they couldn't quite do it. They made a special bracket, which has appeared in other videos, that would go over the top of this mask, and you could put the microphone there. Unfortunately, I don't have any in my possession, so I cannot show you how it's used, but just look on the internet, type in S6 microphone, because they made a microphone for special forces and for tank crews and other uses. In addition to this, there is a lack of any drinking system, which is required for all modern gas masks, simply because you won't be able to drink, and you are literally limited to 3 days of use in this mask. Well, mind you, you're becoming dehydrated quicker, so I'd say maybe 1.5 days if you're not trained for it. You would dehydrate very quickly. And 3, the beveled eye lenses. Believe it or not, even though this was the most coolest feature of this mask, I'd argue, it was nauseating and it would cause sickness to anyone who'd wear it for too long or who was not used to using it. So some people it wasn't a problem. For others, they would get sick while using this mask. And because of that, that's why the S10 did not feature these eye lenses. It was completely removed. So that's another thing too. And last but not least is the tube seal system. Now, because you can blow it up, it's very useful, but the issue is it is another thing that can fail, especially with age of use. But, as I said before, if it was brand new, it would not be a problem. So overall, I would say no, it would not be suited as a modern gas mask, simply because of the lack of these features. However, for a third world country or for a semi-modern military force, this would be not a bad gas mask to have. However, there is another disadvantage that it is a very complex mask to make, and was another reason why it was put out of service. But I should mention it is still used by the Turkish military, as well as its civilian forces, so it has stood the test of time and is still being used to this day. But as said before, it has to be new for it to be effective. Otherwise, it would not work. Also, I should mention, really, all you have to do is add a drinking straw, fix the lenses, and problem solved. You'd have a modern gas mask, no problem. So, otherwise, if those additions were made, yes, the S6 would be a modern gas mask, no problem. It may be a different type of rubber, like a more stronger type, because rubber's a bit soft and it degrades easily, a lot like the GP5. Except for the GP5 face piece. As you can see back there, there's a whole bunch of them I gotta clean. Those ones crack like anything. Not the black ones, the white ones. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.